All right, welcome to Dean Bodi Show. Dean Bodi Show. Hello, how everybody doing? Happy Saturday. DeanBodi.com is the website. We have the links on there. One goes over to the podcast, the other one goes over to the YouTube channel, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts, and the YouTube channel, Dean Bodi Show, DeanBodi space show. And you'll see all the teasers on there, all the episodes. Man, we're like past 80-something episodes already. Where does the time go? What a day we had today. But first, she's been such an awesome girl all day. I left her by herself for like 8 hours. She was awesome. Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698. That's the Bodi Fun Line. Call her. Say something nice to Bodi. She's waiting for you. She's waiting to hear something nice for Bodi. Sing the Bodi song. Sing your zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a song. We love it. We love the sing-alongs over here. Your voice. We love the rough edges over here, Dean Bodi. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. They don't like it, they can get their own show. They can sing their own zippity-doo-dah song. Right, Emerald? Right. If they don't like it, get their own show, right? Why do we season both sides? So both sides taste good. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Why am I singing that song? Because I took my license to carry class today. Way out of my comfort zone. With the firearms and the whole shooting gun range, class and the lessons. And wow, did I learn a lot of stuff, man. And I'm going through the proper channels, filling out the proper paperwork, taking the proper tests, getting trained by an ex-police officer. He's retired over 30 years, SWAT team. He trains the academy. Man, what a great class. What a great job he did today. And, man, it makes you feel comfortable. And, it's just, if you're going to do it, I highly recommend it, number one. And two, do it the right way. There's a right and wrong way to do everything. And I really feel like I found a great person for training, for ongoing classes to improve everything. Super fired up. But during one of the breaks, I ran out of some of my healthy snacks I brought with me. I thought we were going to be done like 3 hours before we were, or 2 hours. So, during the break, all there was in the lobby was a vending machine. The healthiest thing out of every single snack in the vending machine? Almond Joy. I'm like, well, it's got almonds. A little chocolate. I haven't had one of those since my last bag of Halloween candy. But hey, I had a choice between Cheez-Its, Doritos, I think Funyuns, I don't know, Cinnamon Bun, Snickers bar. That's probably the second place one right there. I said, I'm going in with the Almond Joy. And I've always liked that one more than the Mounds, because the Mounds is the coconut. And the Almond Joy, sometimes you feel like a nut, which I did. So we dove right in. Anyway, it satisfied me. Hey, it got me through the rest of the day. Drank some water. Remember, too, man, this is moderation. These are like little little snacks. You don't want to... The 90-10 rule, remember. 90% do the right thing, 10% treat. That's the way to do it, not the other way around. 90% Almond Joy, 10% salad and a little fruit. That's not how you do it. Some people do that their whole lives and they chase it down with cherry Coke. Not good. Body's going to break down. Joints and muscles are going to be achy and painful. Those toxins get in those little muscles. You get those muscle bundles, those knots. That's what that is. Toxin buildup in the muscle. Owie kazowie. Flush your system out with water. You got to go 8 to 10 glasses as a minimum. When you go to the bathroom, you want to see clear. Not yellow, dark yellow. You want to flush and stay hydrated. If you see yellow, dark yellow, your body's letting you know it's dehydrated. Please drink more water, it's saying. Oh! During the hotter times of the year, even more important to stay hydrated. It's important regardless, but it's more important now. That's all. Dr. D dropping knowledge. Hey, Millie. Yeah? Did you hear him? 8 to 10 glasses minimum of water. Don't forget, you gotta flush your system. Oh, yeah, I know. I've been doing good with that. Thank you. So, we're going to take a hard right turn now. We're going to talk about a flood that I had in my apartment. Oh, what a mess. It turns out I'm on the first floor. And depending who you have on top of you, whether it's kids running around like crazy people or somebody moved out, this is what happened. Joey and Butch, moving delivery service, not the brightest bulbs on the tree, decided to leave the water spigot open. So when they took the thing out of here, it had a little bit of a leak coming out. Drained right into the downstairs apartment, which was mine. It's on a Saturday. The water's like coming up like, I don't know, one of the great floods of the world. And I'm getting every single towel, everything that absorbs water, and trying to soak it up because I thought it was going to be temporary, but it just kept coming. The tsunami was coming. I had to call the emergency maintenance guys. They got here about 3 in the morning, turned the thing off. He goes, oh yeah, I saw the water shooting out. How do you not make sure when people are moving out, you're not on top of it and somebody from the maintenance is right on there and try to communicate that? Oh, let's just roll the dice. The people on the first floor will figure it out and how to soak it up. Long story short, they had to come out here, dry it up with the dry vac, put new padding underneath the carpet that was ruined. It hasn't been the same. I could have moved everything out of here and had new stuff put in. Forget it. The temporary fix is okay for now. Hey, look, until we get to move into a bigger and nicer place when we can. Right now, it's Dean and Bodi's haberdashery, and we like our little rustic, little country, little cottage that looks like a little jungle where I live with my little white wolf. Come on. We love it. She's a good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. She's the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Ho! Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. I had an Almond Joy today. Man, that was good. That was so good. How long it's been since I had one of those. Man, oh man. I opened the pack, and that particular bar has the 2 pieces in that one little track. Not just one solid bar. They break it up for you. Like you're not going to eat both of them. You're going to save one for later? Come on. So, that flood was a mess. Part 2 of that, one time I was in the bathroom and something's dripping on my head. I start flipping out like there's going to be some major leak again. Call the maintenance emergency guy. I get him out here at 3 in the morning. It turns out, oh, don't worry about it. It's just condensation from the AC. Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, well, I'm worried about it because it was dripping, and it kept dripping. So he dried up the condensation, did a little zippity-doo-dah, sealed it back up. Everything's okay. Unreal with the water. Anyway, could have been a lot worse. I want to talk to you about a little bit about, hey, Millie! Yeah? Did you hear that? All that water damage he had. Remember that time he had that leak in the washer and it flooded the whole living room? Remember that? Oh, yeah, that was a mess. Oh, my God, I hope that doesn't happen again. So, let's discuss a little bit of nutrition today. How about that? So, just a few tips, whether it's weight loss or getting back in shape, some strength training stuff. Dr. D dropping knowledge. I recommend not going past 3 hours without eating, up to 1 hour before bed, to keep your body chemistry, hormones, insulin levels stable throughout the day. Up to 1 hour before bed so you sustain through the night. Keep things good. It gets your metabolism moving fast when you eat that way, and you become a fat burning machine while you sleep. It works. As far as your cardio that you do, just walking is a good start. First 20 minutes is a warm-up. Then we're going to go 30, 40. You can get to 50. 50 is a good number, 50 minutes. You want to do an hour, go for it. But that's continuous. Right? Not stop and go. You're working in the garden a little bit. Then you come inside. This kind of back and forth. I'm talking continuous up to like between 30 and 50 minutes would be good. And Before you eat your first meal, you'll become a fat-burning machine. So, do it before your first meal. If you feel really ambitious, do it after your last meal too, depending on how fast you want to get it done. Hey, you got a wedding coming up, you got a bar mitzvah coming up, you got, a graduation coming up, and you don't have much time and you need to get it handled. Boom. Protein and vegetables. Don't go past 3 hours without eating, up to 1 hour before bed. Empty stomach cardio before your first meal, like we just said. Just walking is good. Like you're having a conversation with somebody, that pace is perfectly fine. And if you feel real ambitious, do another one of those after your last meal. Then come talk to me and see. Get the salt and the sodium out of your diet also. Go with salt-free seasonings and get the water way up like we just talked about. Boom! Those are great tips, man. Put them into practice. Now, as far as strength training goes and making strong bones, weight-bearing exercises is what makes strong bones, right? So when you put stress on the bones, it produces what's called osteoblastic activity. You got osteoclastic and you got osteoblastic. Not bubble plastic, rapple plastic. Super elastic bubble plastic. Remember that when you were a kid? Oh, man. That just popped in my head. That super elastic bubble plastic was like this, I don't know. It wasn't like a chewing gum. It was like this, I don't know, you blow it through a straw and it turned into this like rubber kind of air-filled ball, which would bounce around. It was a little nutty. I don't know, man. A couple close calls with swallowing some of that stuff is not good. But super elastic bubble plastic was a real thing. I'm telling you, we had some interesting things back in the day that, I don't know. Probably most of the kids were trying to eat it rather than play with it. So that being said, the strength training is with the osteoblastic activity. That stress you're putting on the bones makes strong bones. Not just more calcium. More calcium just makes more bone, but weaker bone. So get the strength training done. What is he talking about? There's some weights, some squats, some things that are doing weight-bearing exercise. Or talk to a personal trainer about a little circuit with some strength training, with some weights. That's how you get strong bones. That's how you do it. That's how you put on lean muscle. And with the food I just talked to you about, in that eating style, do that for 30 days, 6 weeks, and tell me what's going on then. You're going to be like, whoa, Dr. D knows what he's talking about. But those are some really great tips that you can do. That's all. Just trying to help you get in shape. And, remember, if you're going through some things, you got some health challenges or you got a surgery coming up or whatever, remember the value, the importance of keeping your immune system strong going into the surgery. You're going to heal through that quicker. Don't just think, go in there out of shape and unhealthy. Your body's not going to heal as fast when you come out of it, especially when you're done and they start feeding you that crazy hospital food. Not good. Keep yourself strong. So important. Pre-op. Before you go in, you're going to heal faster coming out of it, bar none, period. Boom. So keep that in mind, too. Keep your immune system strong through all this COVID, schmovid, pandemic, schmandemic. You got to take care of yourself so you can fight off the monsters. Okay? So that being said, Bodi got a little, what I call comb and a spritz today. What that we do is, because I love Bodi so much, you get the little Furminator comb. You got to go very light on her fur. It just gets that loose fur out. When they blow their coats out a couple times a year, and she's going through that now. I call it the molten lava season, because this hair is flying all over the place in chunks, and it puts the Dyson cordless vacuum to the test. Trust me on that. But you get the Furminator comb, gets that little loose hair off of her, get the spritz and that fresh kind of body spray that we get, has a little conditioner and aloe in it. You rub that around a little bit, freshen her up. Beautiful. Not as good as the groomer does it, who's coming out next week, but it's a nice little in-between, little touch-up. And I got to tell you, Bodi, my dog has just won my heart. She just cranks it up every single day. Just when I'm just in a bad mood or thinking about something stressful, she senses it. And guess who comes running around the corner with a toy in her mouth and wants to play with a little tennis ball with the squeaky squeak? All her toys got a little squeaky squeak in it, and she lets me know. She pushes it up against my leg, looks at me, and says, "It's playtime. Don't stress. Don't worry about nothing. Let's play. Let's run around and play. Come on, let's do it." It's incredible. It brings tears to my eyes on how much it's changed my life. That's all I can say about Bodi. I can't say it enough. Without Bodi, there's no Dean Bodi Show. DeanBodi.com. Remember the website. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like. Ring the bell. Because you're going to want to get reminders of these shows. You don't want to miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. Oh, yeah. You'll have the link on the website that take you over to the YouTube channel, DEANBODI space show YouTube channel, and Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Or Stitcher, maybe. Or iHeartRadio. Or Google. Wow. How cool is that? And all those different platforms, like things like iHeartRadio, just hit the search, type in Dean Bodi's one word, DEANBODI, space podcast, and boom, he pops up. Do the Google. Hey, we pop up. Do the Stitcher. We pop up. We're on all the platforms. How much fun is that? And each platform's got its own like little look and own little groove. And it's cool. We put the links in the description if you want to toggle back and forth that way. We want to make this as fun as we can. You know, we just do our own style. We like the rough edges around here. We do the teasers early in the day. We do the long podcast show because you get the full video experience on the YouTube channel, and you get the full audio if you want to just kick back and listen to the audio. If you hear some little breaks in there and I'm doing some kind of Shiba Kung Fu lesson, right? Remember, we don't do Kung Fu Panda. We do Kung Fu Lizard Crouching Tiger over here. You don't want to miss any of that technique. So you got to watch the YouTube channel. If I'm making funny faces over here and I'm singing the Good Girl Bodi song and holding her picture up next to my face, go to the YouTube channel so you can see the little things that maybe you're missing with just the audio. It's fun. Let's have some fun together. Why? Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Ah, great commercials. You know it's great marketing when a song like that never leaves your brain. Man, come on. I'll never forget that. I don't know if anybody will. How do you not sell 1 million candy bars with a little jingle like that, right? Sometimes they just nail it, it sticks to your ribs, and you're never going to forget it. Just like the other day when I was singing the Apple Jacks song. A is for apple, J is for Jacks, cinnamon toasted Apple Jacks. You need a good breakfast, that's a fact. Start it off with Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks. Come on. Too much fun. Let's check something out here. I don't want you to miss out on anything in the Dean Bodi Show. Let's see what's going on here. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Ba-ba-ba, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. One last thing we'll talk about. Now, when I was taking the license to carry class today, when he was training me at the gun range, and this is my first time, by the way, and I did pretty good, 94% not bad for a first-timer, and he gave me the training, and always treat your firearm as like it's loaded. Rule number 1, finger is always off the trigger unless you're aiming at a specific target and you're ready. Otherwise, finger off the trigger. So, during the training, I accidentally put it on the trigger when it should have been off. So he yelled at me 2 times. But I got the message, so I thought. So during the written test today, oh man, we keep it real over here, Dean Bodi. During the written test, I got 2 questions wrong. I got a 94 on the at the gallery, shooting gallery, and I got 94 on the written. The same number. One of the questions on there was a true or false about the finger on the trigger off. For some reason, I answered that one wrong. I had some kind of Freudian whatever. Call it what you want, but I knew what to do. I heard his voice screaming in my head. I think maybe a few nerves just made me check off the wrong one, and he looked at me and he said, "There's no way you got that one wrong." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, one with the trigger on there. You had the finger on. I'm like, are you kidding me? I know what it's supposed to be. Let me answer that one over again. He goes, nah. He goes, you still got a great grade. And we kind of laughed it off. But we're going to continue some training, and we'll get it more drilled in my head. Hey, I'm not perfect. Oh, look who just showed up. Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. I can't believe he did that. Oh, God. That's too... Hey, we keep it real. We make mistakes, but we fix it. And every day you try to become better than the day before. You don't learn from things you do right. You learn from things you do wrong. That's all. And you do become better next time. So, that being said, hope you have a great day. Remember, we come at you daily on Dean Bodi because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. Let's have an awesome weekend. We're going to be coming at you tomorrow with some more fun stuff. Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world, yeah. DeanBodi.com is the website. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show. Enjoy the teasers. Enjoy all the videos. We're having a great time over here. Thank you so much for all your support. The numbers are going up on a daily. We cannot do this without you. We're growing this organically, and we love the pace that we're going at right now. We're not going nowhere. Dean Bodi's going to be coming at you on a daily. So let's just keep going back and forth. Call the 800 number, 800-878-9698. Let's have some fun. Call the Bodi line, the Bodi fun line. Say something nice to Bodi. Say a riddle or a joke. We'd appreciate it. Dean Bodi Show. Have an awesome day. DeanBodi.com. We will talk at you tomorrow. Bye now.